So the first good option is Harvey Barnes. So he only costs 6.8 million and is only owned by 8.8% of the game. So Harvey Barnes has got 2 goals and 2 assists in his last 5 games. He's been in fine form and he's starting every game and pretty much playing 90 minutes. So yes, Villa this week, Villa away for Leicester. Quite a tricky fixture. But 2 goals and 2 assists in his last 5 games. He's on form. Leicester are playing well as a side. And also Arsenal and Brighton in the next 2. So you could keep him for a couple more games after that as well. So the next option is Rafinha. So he plays for Leeds. Leeds are a very attacking team, score lots of goals. And Rafinha has returned in every single one of his last 5 game weeks. So he's got 2 goals and 4 assists in his last 5 game weeks. And Leeds have 2 fixtures this week, being Wolves away and Southampton at home. So on paper, not the easiest of fixtures, but certainly not the hardest ones. Leeds are a very attacking team. Rafinha is in form, costs 5.4 million and is only owned by 5.9% of the game. So it's differential territory as well. So yeah, what's there not more to like about Leeds and Rafinha? So the next option is Lewis Dunk for Brighton. So he costs 4.9 million and is only owned by 4.9% of the game. So yeah, and his next fixtures are Crystal Palace away, don't score too many goals. Crystal Palace at home, and Crystal Palace do not score many goals, and West Brom away, and West Brom do not score too many goals neither. And in Brighton's last 5 games, they've managed to get themselves 4 clean sheets, so that's not bad as well. And Lewis Dunk is capable of scoring from corners, scoring goals. He's got a few this season. So what's there not more to like about Lewis Dunk and Brighton at the moment? And the next option is Burnley centre-back James Tarkowski. So he's only owned by 3.2% of the game and costs 5.3 million. So he's relatively cheap. And Burnley play West Brom at home next. And West Brom do not score too many goals. And Burnley do not let in too many goals. So you see what I'm trying to say there? Could be a good option for this game week. Yes, you should have brought in Burnley defenders last week as well. But with them playing West Brom, you may as well chuck Tarkowski or the next one in, which is Lowton. So Lowton costs 4.5 million and is only owned by 3.5% of the game. And Lowton scored his first goal of his Burnley career in Gameweek 24, I think. In the first goal in something like 7 years or something ridiculous like that. And he plays right back, so he gets forward quite a lot. Could get an assist or even more goals. And we're playing West Brom next. Not the best team. Obviously, they're at their end of the table. But they're quite hard to break down. But like I said, don't score too many goals. Lowton being the defender for Burnley. Could get an attack in return as well, you never know. And at that price, and then owned by that little people, looks like a very good option there. And then we move on to Timo Werner. So Timo Werner costs 9.2 million and is owned by 12.1% of the game. You might think, Timo Werner, he doesn't do much. But in his last 3 games, he's managed to get 3 assists and a goal in his last 3 games. That, to me, that looks quite good there. And Thomas Tuchel, the new Chelsea manager, seems to be playing Werner a lot more now. So he's getting regular games. And with Southampton next, Southampton aren't the best of form. And then, of course, he's got a couple of hard fixtures with Man United and Everton and stuff. But if you're playing up front for Chelsea, and Chelsea are a good team when they start playing well, and if he's getting regular games under Thomas Tuchel, he could be a good option this game week. Final option of the video is Pedro Neto. So he only costs 5.7 million and is owned by 6.6% of the game. So Pedro Neto plays regular games for Wolves. And his last 5 games, yes, he's only got 1 goal and 1 assist, but Wolves don't score too many goals, and whenever they do, Pedro Neto seems to be involved with them. And when I watch him play, he's direct with his play, he's dribbles, he likes to take on his man, he's not afraid, he's got a good shot on him as well. And Wolves' next fixture is Leeds. Yes, Leeds probably will score and carve through Wolves, because Leeds like to attack, but they do leave gaps open at the back, and they just conceded 4 to Arsenal. And I know Wolves didn't score too many goals, but this man on the counter-attack could do good for Wolves. And then Newcastle after Wolves. So yeah, so not 2 relatively good fixtures there for Wolves and Pedro Neto to perform in. So he could be a good option for your team. So this is my team and this is what happened for Game Week 24. 95 points. Almost got to the 100, but not quite. But it was a good week and probably my best ever. So everyone returned nearly. Bamford sadly didn't, but Maddison did, Gundogan did, Salah did, Fernandes did, Cancelo, me, Stones and Nick Pope and Gold did. The sad thing was, though, is that Ben Mee and Ilkay Gundogan and John Stones only played 1 of the 2 games. Had so much more potential in this team, but sadly they were all out for different reasons. And then Dallas got me a -1. I don't know what happened to Leeds. They conceded 4, understandable, they do concede a lot of goals, but Dallas didn't really do anything going forward. Neither did Bamford, sadly. Neither did Son. And I was thinking, Antonio's not playing. But luckily, remember I said, bench Maddison, just don't do anything. Yep, he just does go and do something. But luckily he came in for Antonio, which was all good there. and 95 points. Really happy with this week. So let's move on to the next one. So transfers, because I haven't decided yet. But reports say that Ilkay Gundogan should be fit to face Arsenal this weekend. That's what Pep Guardiola said. So as it stands, I'm going to keep him in. And Antonio, I think he will be fit for Spurs. But if it comes to the case that either of them are not, I'm going to take out Ilkay Gundogan and replace him with the Leeds midfielder, the one that I was raving about just a minute ago, Rafinha. Because he has 2 fixtures this game week. So was there not more to like? And he's been in good form recently. So yeah. And then if Antonio doesn't play, I haven't thought of that yet. Because I don't know who to bring in. I can't afford any of the more expensive options. Can't even stretch to Danny Ings. Just 1.1 of a million off. So I haven't decided on that yet. But if it comes to that he is fit, Gundogan, I'll just get Maddison out. Because Maddison's got Villa, quite a tough fixture, but you know what, he'll probably score, and this man will do nothing, which is Rafinha again. So if that happens, and he's fit, I will just play a back 4 of Dallas, Cancelo, Stones, and Ben Mee at the back. Nick Pope in goal. Bruno Fernandes in the midfield, with Son, Salah, Gundogan, and Rafinha. So then I'll play Bamford up top, and he'll be my captain. And look, 2 relatively good fixtures there for Leeds, because well, they could be, because Wolves and Southampton aren't in the best of form. But as it stands, that will be my team for Game Week 25. Just before I wrap up the video, the Game Week 25 double teams are Leeds, who have Wolves and Southampton who have Chelsea and Leeds. So Ings for Southampton, maybe Ward-Prowse, and then for Leeds, maybe Bamford, Rafinha. There are just some options there. Anyway guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.